Hello, welcome to the Death by Disney podcast. It's me, your ever suffering host, Adam, trapped in a void where I can only watch Disney productions and trying to escape by watching every single Disney production that was ever made. We turn to our second installment in the 1950s and 60s True Life Adventure series, which was an attempt by Walt Disney to produce high quality nature documentaries. Did he succeed in this particular installment? I'll let you know in a moment. So, this is from 1954. It's called The Vanishing Prairie. It was directed by James Alger and released by Walt Disney Productions. And usually I try to give you some trivia about the film, and then I give you my point of view, my review, and then I give you a negative review and a positive review to kind of give you an idea about all of the opinions about the film. And like with a lot of these less popular films, my review is the worst. Like, I gave it the worst results of all on the Internet Movie Database. 6 out of 10, and I'll tell you why in a moment. But interestingly enough, mine is the featured review, so my review actually was the most informative of anybody's review, which is kind of crazy. So I have that, and then I have another different review, a more positive review. So here is my review, 6 out of 10, like I said, nothing interesting to see. This movie is another of Walt Disney's true life adventures. It's not a bad film, but certainly lacks the charm and bizarreness of some of the other installments in this franchise. The narrator makes no moralistic judgments upon any of the subjects in the film, and there are no strange hoedowns involving scorpions in the middle of the film. It does give you a good sense of what nature documentaries were like 50 years ago, but apart from that, it's probably not worth your time. I only forced myself to watch it for my project of watching all Disney films, but I think even for die-hard fans of Disney, this would be a miss. Okay, and this is from... I forgot to write the person's name. It's from Chaka17 from the 20th of November 2001. The title is Dated but Entertaining Nature Documentary in the Disney Style. It's best to treat this dated but pleasant documentary as entertainment. Paul Smith's music is incredibly evocative, especially at the birth of a bison and during the fury of a flash flood. The tone of the narration is often downbeat, referring to the qualities of this unique environment soon to be lost forever. To keep from being sucked down into this negativity, keep in mind that recent interest in preserving the prairie environment is being matched with federal assistance, and hopefully the vanishing prairie won't vanish after all. The photography by all accounts is excellent. Disney enlisted the help of world-class nature photographers who endured hardships, disappointments, and seemingly eternal stakeouts behind a camera lens just to get the right shot. When you see it on the screen, it all looks too easy. Folks, it's not easy at all. And remember that these films were pioneering firsts that predated Animal Planet, The Crocodile Hunter, and even Wild Kingdom. I had some kind of... This is where I live. Like, if you open the door, there's a beep. Sorry about that. And even Wild Kingdom. It started here, and it started with style. Although I do have to wonder about that, like I said in my previous episode, of how realistic all of this actually is. You know, I think that a lot of this stuff is staged, so I'm happy that the prairie is being preserved and parts of nature are being preserved, but this documentary is not necessarily one that needs to be revisited in any way, but if you're a fan of kind of 1950s nature documentaries, this might be an interesting watch for you. Much better and much more interesting and much more for a general audience is going to be next week's episode, and that is all going to be about 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, a film which is as influential in the history of cinema and pop culture as Treasure Island was, both kind of forgotten Disney classics. So if you like this episode and you suffered through this episode, thank you very much. Please be sure to check out my other episodes about more popular Disney films. You might like them a bit more, but if you like this one, thank you for listening. Subscribe and leave a review. Talk to you next week. Bye bye.